What is up? What is up? Good morning. Good morning. It's time for ham number 20. I'm very late, but you know, still here. Still here. I'm gonna be honest. I am pretty sure I'm sick, which made this episode a little tougher to write out and get up for. But we're here, damn it. We're here. Today we're talking about pass rushers, among other NFL news, such as Odell Beckham potentially going back to the Giants, which would be sick. I can't do this. I just can't do this. I turned on like headset monitoring, and it's the most frustrating thing in my entire life. You see, Puka apparently bit someone so hard it broke the skin, allegedly. I did see that. That was insane. I did see that. What is up, John? I can't. It's making me go insane. Hearing myself talk, it's not a fun thing. Oh my god. Oh, that's so much better. Jeez. Feel like I had to talk in slow motion. I did see that though. Wait, let's check that out really quick before we get into anything else too crazy. Let's check out Puka Nacua bite. This was also crazy. But a lot of news happening. But let's see Puka Nacua. So yeah, there's some stuff here. Anti-Semitic remarks. As for the bite marks, there was some horseplay. Those look like some pretty intense horses, man. That is quite the... Is that on skin? What is that? Is that an x-ray? I can't even... New profile pic. Who this? Oh, nice. It's baseball season. Go Braves. When in doubt, go Braves. What is up, Otis? That is quite the bite, man. Why is Jeremiah Love trending? Jeez. We'll return to that. I just want to see this really quick. See if there's anything here. Once again, Twitter trending lets us down. This is wild. Puka he's definitely been in the news a lot the last year or so. It looks like it's on skin. What is it next? It's Spencer Strider, the best pitcher who hates ice. There it is. Spencer Strider, stride up. I can't get past this. I saw this last night, but I'm like, great. Puka Nacua did something stupid. What else is new, right? This could be troubling. Kelso apparently might have a kid on the way. I don't even remember. I know he's single now. Single. He did that AI Toyota ad. That was kind of cringe. And what else was there? There was the whole this thing, which was wild. Hanging out with Neon and Aiden Ross. Like he's 12 years old. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm still going to draft him in fantasy. I don't think anyone's going to... Look, I'm still going to draft him in fantasy. That's... Since when did I play moral high ground? Rashee Rice has done a lot worse stuff. And I took him proudly this year. I probably won't do it this year. But Puka, get your act together, pal. I know he tunes into these streams every now and again. Anything else happening in the NFL news? Outside of Odell Beckham... Like, being very clearly, Jesus. Any other sports news? Just spam scrolling through. Regular shows coming back. Liberals and conservatives are mad at each other. Oh my god, this. Here we go. Here we go. So, I want to talk about this because I almost made a video about it. I really did. I almost made a video about it. I'm kind of on the fence now. Still might. We'll see. I feel like sports agents are becoming quite an interesting conversation. Dan Orlovsky came on and said Ty Simpson's the best quarterback, yada, yada, yada. And this is a pro Ty Simpson channel. We've talked about Ty Simpson many times. Like 4 times. And what started as a guy that I didn't like because I don't trust Bama quarterbacks. Most of the time I don't trust SEC quarterbacks. Ty Simpson's film is pretty impressive, when he's healthy. So I can understand someone saying they like Ty Simpson as a prospect. In fact, that was the contrarian take I wanted to make on our very first War Room Wednesday. Of course, you watch the games, and the eyes don't lie, the tape doesn't lie, the numbers don't lie, rings don't lie. I wish I had a ring on. That point didn't really hold true. A very uphill argument to make here. Future Vikings quarterback Ty Simpson, exactly. Well, apparently he's the best quarterback in the draft, John, so maybe you should be pulling for it. Apparently, Ty Simpson, who is like good at a couple of things, is better than one of the most chalk #1 overall picks in a really long time. So Otis, as a Raiders fan, you should forget Mendoza. He sucks. Get Ty Simpson and carry on. What I was going to say, though, is Ty Simpson and Dano are represented by the same sports agency, Creative Acts Agency, I believe it's called. Creative Acts, which is a bullshit name, but whatever. Creative Acts Agency, and they're a pretty big deal in the entertainment and sports world. And I feel like sports agents don't get a lot of coverage, and I don't know why that is. I feel like they play a pretty important role in how salary caps are defined, about how players are valued, about endorsements and agreements, and they're just never talked about. Like, I know like 2 agents, Drew Rosenhaus and Tommy DeVito's guy. So it's just an interesting conversation to me, and I'm just curious with Dan's agenda here. He went on Pat McAfee yesterday, and they ripped him a new one, which was really funny. Say what you about Pat McAfee. He stays real on his show. You know, as if Wise didn't walk out of the end zone for safety. That's the thing. I mean, you have one bad play. It's like Mark Sanchez was never going to live down the butt fumble, and then, you know, he got stabbed, so then he went... People stopped talking about the butt fumble. For a safety land, went 0-17. Well, yes. Well, yes. But I still trust him as an analyst. Shit, I trust myself as an analyst, and I've never even played in an NFL game, or a college game, or a high school game. So, you know, I'm not going to knock him for running out of the back of the end zone, but this agenda feels disingenuous at the very least. I'll say that much. And I thought this was funny. Sports news is great. There's nothing to talk about. That's the thing. When talking about a Dan Orlovsky take as front page news, that's how you know there's nothing to talk about in this awkward stretch till the draft. We have about 28 days until the draft in April. So hold on to your hats, guys. It's going to be a hell of a night. Trying Little Caesars pizza, among other things. Talking about everyone in the first round, I feel like by then we'll have a cool grade on everyone in the first round. And if we don't recognize someone, it'll be a reach. So we'll get into pass rushers in a second, but how's everyone doing? This is ham number 20. We got John and Otis here. I hate starting these late, but it is what it is. If I was being chased by Jared Allen, I also ran to the end zone. Yeah, seriously. It's a great point. An unblocked Jared Allen. RDR2 stream today. Don't forget, you're right. You're right. Tonight is the night. RDR2 stream and baseball opening night. I will not be watching the baseball game, but I like that idea. We will be on. We'll be running it for sure. What time does it start? 5? I gotta look at this. On Netflix. Very cool. Okay, it starts at 5. Yankees, Giants. New York versus the Giants. Cool. At 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. Presented by Adobe. Everyone's favorite editing software. Cool. Have you seen the gospel that is Ruben Bain Jr. game tape? Yes, so I have. We will get to Ruben Bain, Mesidor. We got a lot of guys to talk about here. Let's go into the 2027 draft. Holy shit. Julian Sayed, top quarterback. All right. Back to 2026. Enough of the craziness. Okay, so the only guy missing here, I'm going to call Arvell Reese an edge rusher. I know he plays linebacker edge. It's kind of like, you know, he's a Swiss Army knife type player. We're going to include him in this conversation. Another thing, I was going to do defensive tackles, ran out of time. So Peter Woods and the other guys are going to have to wait. Peter Woods, Caleb Banks, you name it. Okay, my eyes checked dates. It's been over 8 years since I got new glass. Pretty sure my eyes have gotten worse. Peanut butter had a good pro day. What the fuck? What? I mean, first of all, good for you, John. Hell yeah. I don't know what the hell Justin's talking about. Who the hell's peanut butter? So you get a game about a $4 handheld. I think at this point I should just start lighting money on fire. What was it, a Steam Deck? What kind of system are we talking here? I would love to get a Steam Deck. That's what I mean. That's around the price. So who knows? Life's short. Get video games. Oh man, I need to take some Dayquil or something. Anyways, Ever Honor voted, so I'll be playing RDR2 on it at some point. Fair enough. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a great game to play. No, it's an Odin 2 Portal Pro. No shit. Never heard of such a device. Sounds cool though. Just want something to veg on the couch instead of a desk and chair. That makes sense. Shoot, that makes sense. I like it. I am a fan. Life short by video games. All right. So we're gonna get into all these guys. I mean, all these guys. I don't really have a lot of notes on this bunch of fellas. We'll go reverse order. Again, I'm gonna try and be a little more brief with these guys because again, it's at the end of the day, they're gonna get drafted. We're gonna take our guesses, but who the hell knows? Okay, so Malachi Lawrence, a combine warrior, as you can see, 4.52, 40-inch vertical, great broad jump, just all the metrics here were great, and he needs that because there's not much else to get excited about with Malachi Lawrence. Look, I don't want to be a hater. He's just not my favorite prospect. Watching his tape really kind of bummed me out. He has a really thin lower half. He's not super powerful. You can tell his technique sucks. Like, yes, he has a deep rush plan. He has all kinds of upper body moves. But when it comes down to the lower body strength, explosiveness, hit my mic there, that's my bad. Lower body strength and explosiveness. I'm like so itchy today. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I keep scratching myself like a damn idiot. Like I'm have crack withdrawals. Anyways, I'm not a huge Malachi Lawrence fan. You guys can let me know if you're thinking different. Also, UCF comp sucks. He impressed throughout Shrine Bowl week, so that's nice. Not a great run stopper, which isn't going to be a huge deal today, by the way. But his tackling technique blows as well, and that's the dagger for me. I'm not a Malachi Lawrence fan. Say it ain't so. Lawrence could be good if coached up for about 3 years, but what team wants to do that for real? Way better players sink time into. That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's all measurables. I don't know, man. 7 sacks, was that this year? It was. So 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 28 tackles, 18 solo tackles. Not bad. Not a bad college season. It's just, I don't know. I'm not the kind of guy. Tarrant Bigham's. Why am I? Is that like part of being sick these days? Is that part of the new variant? You get just itchy everywhere. What the hell? Anyways, Malachi Lawrence, not a huge fan. There you go. There you go. I completely agree with GF10. It's like, why sink your time into a project? It just, you know, just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you're gonna sink your teeth into a project, make it Derek Moore. I like Derek Moore a lot. I like his game. I really do. 10 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 30 tackles, 19 solo tackles. Not gonna impress you as much on Combine Day, although 4.65 ain't bad. Broad jump's not very good, but hey. Look, you got a good pass rusher here. A good pass rusher with actual skills. Let me actually get to my notes here. Yeah, first of all, his tape was a lot of fun. Derek Moore's tape, I enjoyed watching a lot. I think he's powerful, and that's his move. He's just powerful, man. A really great bull rush. He's not going to wow you with any like crazy upper body moves. His pass rushing bag isn't crazy deep. He's game fast. He's not like game explosive. But and he's not super quick, but he's fast enough. He's fast enough. He's super powerful. His run defense sucks, but who cares? That's the kind of thing you develop. There are going to be a lot of pass rush oriented guys in this class, and I like that. Run defense matters. I get that, but I mean, if you ask me in a vacuum, would I rather have a pass rusher or an edge or a run stuffer on the edge? Go on pass rushing most of the time. Take a fireman in round 5. Some teams already loaded with edge players who could see. Round 5. For Malachi, I don't think Malachi Lawrence is going to go in round 5. That'd be crazy. Michigan players are just really solid prospect. Defensive players are just really solid prospects as of late. Completely agree. Yeah, I trust a Michigan defender. Yeah, out of Baltimore. Like Derek Moore, he could be a good pro, like a very good pro. Again, I'm not going to get all up in arms, all crazy about a 40-yard dash. I think his arms are on the shorter side as well. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not, I guess. But either way, Derek Moore is like a diamond in the rough in my books. I think he's going to be really good. That franchise guy, that's someone I watched to kind of, you know, help me out with this research. Is also a big Derek Moore fan, so I'm with it. Keep an eye out for Derek Moore. All right, moving on. So this is all the guys we're going to talk about on this side. If there's anyone here worth looking at, please let me know. Between, you know, Calden Curry, I did get a gander at Tyreek Sapp, thinking that he's related to Warren. I never actually answered that question, but decent profile, nothing too crazy. But let's get into the top guys, right? The top dogs. Skip these fellas just because I don't know much about them. Zion Young, I'm not even going to click on his profile. Zion Young can defend the run, and he is good at that, and that's about it. That's where his story ends. He's fine if you want to edge rusher to stop the run, and you missed out on Cassius Howell. There you are. All right, Akeem Mesidor. We have said many times on this channel that this is a pro Akeem Mesidor channel. That's for sure. You know, the more I watch, the more I look into him. Yes, all right, he's old. I want to say he's 25, which is not an ideal draft age. But listen, if you want a guy that can come in right now today or the back end of that first round, maybe even middle of the first round, and you want a winner that can step in right now today, I think Akeem Mesidor is one of your better options. He's a good value pick. His tape's awesome. He has all kinds of skills. He's just a technical pass rusher. And let me say, I'm starting to get the sense that scouting is kind of like dating. And lately, I've been big into experience and maturity. That's Akeem Mesidor. All right, that's what you're getting with Akeem Mesidor here. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Again, not going to jump off the page with measurables or, you know, combine traits. But look, like, the numbers are high here. 90, 91. He's just a balanced prospect, man. And, yeah, he spent his time in college developing under a Mario Cristobal defense. And while he may not be the hugest guy on the field, I think he matches that in experience, skills, and traits. Big Akeem Mesidor guy. I wouldn't be mad at a team taking him in the top 15 to 20-ish picks. I see him more realistically going around that mid to late 20s, but I wouldn't be mad at him anywhere from Dallas after. Which I think Dallas was picking, what, 14? 15? Yeah. So there you are. Big Akeem Mesidor fan. Like I said, Zion Young is fine. All right. Did I put David Thomas? Okay, I wrote David Thomas. I meant Mason Thomas. Mason Thomas, another one. Look, the production's... Jason Taylor's going to be a D-line coach in the NFL very soon. Every Miami rusher coming out. That's another thing, yeah. As soon as Jason Taylor came aboard, these Miami pass rushers took an even bigger step up. It was crazy. And you should choose both Mesidor and Banner amongst the cream of crop. The question is, can their hands get there, though? That's the question with both of them, but I agree. Hand usage is great. And just like, and when you get to Bane, the explosiveness is just off the charts. His bend is crazy, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about our Mason Thomas. Are you good, Mason Thomas? Listen, again, he's a prototype of this class, right? I think David Thomas, look, shorter arms, explosive frame, nice bend, really good motor with Mason Thomas. Again, we'll look at the measurables. Not crazy, but solid. I mean, he can run fast, which is a nice plus. Pass rush all the way, according to this site. And yeah, explosive first snap. The thing about Mason Thomas here is that his frame, he's small, dude. He's small, below average arm length. He's had some injury history. Like, durability is a legitimate red flag. Like, soft tissue issues as a senior. Like, come on. So it's tough to get too excited about a David Thomas. Mason Thomas. What I will say is, if he's able to stay healthy and go to the right system and develop right, like, he'll probably fall out of the first, or wait, no, that's Cassius Howell. He'll probably fall out of the first round, maybe. But I think if he goes to the right system in Mason Thomas, I think he'll be a solid pro. But it's a big if. It's a big if. I do not want to stake my flag into an injury-prone pass rusher who can't defend the run. or you know, or who's also lacking arm length. There's just too many red flags. He's gonna have to bulk up a lot. Yeah, no, exactly. 6'2", 241. That's just not big for an edge rusher, if we're being honest. And it's not like he makes up for it with like electric speed. He's good. He's good. He had 2 strong seasons at Oklahoma, I'll say that. He's got some cool technical tools, but I just don't think it's enough to take him on day 1. But that's just me personally. Cassius Howell. If you need run defense, this is your guy. But again, like I already said, if I'm on the edge, I prefer pass rush over run defense personally. That being said, if a coach disagrees with me, Cassius Howell is the right option. Now, Cassius Howell did have 11.5 sacks and just a really good campaign this year at Texas A&M. He's transferred a little bit. He's been around. Actually, no, he hasn't. That's someone else. I think he played all 3 years at A&M, if I'm not mistaken. 2 years at A&M, and then he was at Bowling Green. So I guess he did transfer, but, you know, that doesn't really count. Yeah, good 40. Decent broad jump, I think. Not really. Yeah, he's fast. Really. Wait, am I missing? Oh, wait, my bad. I mixed up Cassius Howell and Keldrick Falk. My bad. Cassius Howell is also a great pass rusher. Keldrick Falk is the run. I always mix them up. But I know Cassius Howell is a little bit older. And I know I'm watching a lot of edge shape this year because I don't think we're taking an edge in the draft. Hey, fair enough, Jarv. Fair enough. That's what we're here for. I'm not watching a ton of it either. I just, you know, it's War Room Wednesday. If so, it'll be a late round swing. Yeah. I mean, look, if David Bailey's there at 5, you have to consider it. You have to consider it. That was my takeaway. Not to get too ahead here, but I like David Bailey a lot as a prospect. I also like Cassius Howell a lot as a prospect. Look, the production's there. The pass rush traits are there. First step is borderline violent. And he just has good moves. He has good moves. Again, short arms. He's kind of like Ruben Bain, but a little more extreme in the fact that he has like insanely short arms. 30 1/4 inch. Like that, historically short at the position. Right? And he's just a little bit smaller. I want nothing to do with David Bailey. Well, we'll get to him in a second. At 253, compact frame, short wingspan, gets knocked around at a point of attack by power schemes and double teams. And that is for sure. However, if he can put on some size, he might be okay. If he can put on some size, it might be enough for him to overcome those doubts. And if he can do that, Cassius Howell will be a good pro. If size becomes a non-issue, he will be a very good pro. I like Cassius Howell's game a lot. If I had to stake my flag into any of these late first round edge rushers, Mesidor and Howell are right up there. I think they're both real good. They have the experience. They have the abilities. Big fan of their game. Rather Reese or Bain at 5. Well, I think it's an almost certainty that Reese won't be there. I really don't see a world where Reese is there at 5. I see a world where Bain will likely be there and where David Bailey could possibly be there. And we're about to get into the top dogs. See, that's all I have to say about Cassius Howell. If anyone else has any takes, please let me know. Okay, last guy outside of the big 3. Keldrick Falk. This is the run defender. If you need run defense, Keldrick Falk's your guy. I'm not going to get too excited about it. Keldrick Falk is young. He was supposedly a lot better coming into this season. He was a top 10, top 15 pick guy. And then he kind of fell apart this season. He's strong. Look at this, 700-pound squat, 415 bench. Like, he's strong. He's got some traits. He's got alignment versatility. I feel like he's the kind of guy that an NFL coach would want, you know? He's not the kind of guy that I want to talk about in March, but he's the kind of guy an NFL coach would want. A coachable young player that can defend the run and can line up wherever you need him. I think there's a lot of value to that. That being said, weaknesses. First step quickness isn't great. Pass rush counters are not amazing. And his physical traits, they're a question mark when it comes to just like size. I'll say that. And just like overall quickness. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a huge fan of his game, but I can recognize his value in the first round. I love Keldrick Falk, just not a first round. Okay, so then I don't know if you love him. I feel like Keldrick Falk in the second round is about adequate. I think that's about even. I can see a world where Reese is there at 5. It's like a 20% chance, but I do think it's possible. See, I don't. I think Reese at 2 is like almost a guarantee. We'll see. And if it's not at 2, I think he'll go 3. So again, I find it very, very tough to believe he'll be there at 5. But hey, I'm not here to rain on your parade, Jarv. I like how, but a bit of a project. My analysis kind of ends there. See? None of us are going too deep into this pass rushing class. So there's a lot of overlap with these guys. There's a lot of short-armed speed demons. There's a couple run stoppers. And a lot of guys that are good at pass rush, and that's about it. But yeah, so this is, yeah, I'm not a huge Keldrick Falk guy. We'll see. It's not a guarantee Jets go defense at 2. Really? Are we starting to buy the Ty Simpson smoke? Is that what's happening? Or do you think the Jets will go receiver at 2? A lot of... Could you unpack that? Wait, receiver? Jeremiah Love? They won't go Jeremiah Love. Damn it, I'm sick. Ah. Oh, you think they could go Styles? I see. Now, the Jets are a smart franchise. They wouldn't take a running back at 2. Only dumb franchises do that. I can see the Jets go wide receiver at 2. You see, I couldn't. What, Carnell Tate at 2? Makai Lemon at 2? I don't think so. I don't think there's any possibility, and I'm not going to buy into the Ty Simpson thing. Dan Orlovsky can pump his stock as much as he wants. I'm not buying the Ty Simpson thing. Why are the Jets go QB at 2? Well, maybe Ty Simpson won't be there at 16. That's the thing. Possibility the Jets could trade down, but with who though? Again, anything is possible, but I don't think the Jets have so many picks already. I don't think the Jets should trade down. The Jets have draft capital. Like if they want like 6 first-round picks next year, then yeah, maybe trade down. But yeah, Jarv just wants Reese. I can see them going Styles at 2. That just seems like a perfect guy for Aaron Glenn. If they go Styles at 2, hey man, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I don't think that would be a great pick. I think that's where positional value comes into question when you have Arvell Reese right there on the board. And why not? Let's talk about Arvell Reese while we're talking about the Jets pick, and it will probably be Arvell Reese. Listen, Arvell Reese is a guy that we've talked about at length this draft season. He's one of the top guys, obviously. We've talked about him at length. Obviously, athletic freak, super versatile. I don't need to tell you guys too much about Arvell Reese. What I want to talk about is my opinion on him, right? Because in watching tape and in watching these players play, Arvell Reese is very talented. But I don't know if he's the best pass rusher on the board, right? Or best edge rusher, I should say. And with that, it's tough to put him in a box, okay? His run defense is insane. He has great IQ. His versatility is off the charts. Crazy athletic. But when you get him into pass rushing situations, he's just unrefined. And that's not saying he's a bad prospect. But I think this is actually a pretty strong edge class, especially at the top. So when you have a guy like Ruben Bain, who has like insane traits, and you have a guy like David Bailey, who's got the production he has the production and just all the skill set to be a good pass rusher, it kind of leaves Arvell Reese in this no man's land. So while I think he'll be a valuable player in the NFL, I kind of left this exercise a little kind of, not even like iffy about Arvell Reese, just a little sheepish. Just a little like, I'm not saying it's going to be a bust, but this like guaranteed slam dunk number 2 overall pick in the draft that feels like a blue chip prospect might not be so blue chip. That's all I'm saying, because I think his pass rushing is a little unrefined. I think he's stretched out a little thin. He'll have to pick a spot and live with it. I'm going to get donuts after this stream. Downs at 2 wouldn't be the craziest Jets move. Abdul would go second round this draft. Yeah, for sure. Totally. Downs at 2 would be the craziest Jets move. That's, hey, you know what? Are they the last team to take a safety in the top 5 with Jamal Adams? Arvell Reese isn't a real pass rusher at the moment. You're essentially drafting a blitzing linebacker. You're going to develop into a real edge. Exactly. And I think there's some red flags with that. Jets could go Bain. You never know. They could go Bain. It's definitely possible. They could go Bailey. Either Reese turns into a really high-level pass rusher who completely drafted a guy, or drafted a guy by like 10, 20 picks at least. Exactly. There is a lot of risk, I think, implied in the Arvell Reese draft. And there's a lot of risk with all these guys, right? Because Ruben Bain has those size concerns. David Bailey, apparently he has no fans in this chat. David Bailey has his issues. He can't do anything against the run. But Arvell Reese, he's a good defender. You know, your defense gets better by adding Arvell Reese. How much better? That's relative. So yeah, obviously everyone's mocking him to the Jets. What I want to see actually is the ratings scale. So he's been ranked anywhere from the best player in the draft to the 7th player in the draft by the website we're on, NFL Draft Buzz. So clearly they're a little iffy on him. But outside of that, you can see, like, the scouts love him. And, you know, I'm a big enough man to admit that Todd McShay has been doing this longer than I have. He thinks he's the 3rd best prospect in this draft. I'm not going to sit here and go and completely zag when it comes to Arvell Reese, but I do think... And also, can I just say... Can I just say... there's one thing I've kind of alluded to, but I haven't really flat out said this morning. Miss me with the combine. Like, honestly... Like, with edge rushers specifically, miss me with the combine. I don't like... Athleticism matters. Straight line speed is a nice little bonus. But I would not, like... Arvell Reese ran a 4.46? I don't think that should be the needle mover to get him. Big up, how are his ball skills? Arvell Reese's ball skills? I mean, he is good playing off ball, I feel like. I don't know if he's like... I don't know if he's like a beast in secondary, but I mean, I feel like he's decent off ball. I feel like he's a very complete linebacker. That's the thing. He just plays on the edge. He's a perfect outside linebacker. And I think with that, it's like he just has to go to the right system. He was born in 05? Are you serious? Arvell Reese was born in 2005? Well, that doesn't make me feel good. I'll say that. I think if Reese hits, you get Alden Smith level talent. Well, hopefully Alden Smith just on the field. Actually, Alden Smith just, like, smoked up, right? That was, like, his only thing. Do you think the perfect situation for Reese, funny enough, is the Giants, but we won't be getting him unless we trade up? No. That would be nice. Yeah, look, Arvell Reese to the Giants would be cool. I know I'm sitting here talking down on Arvell Reese, and it's like, well, he might actually be good if he went to the Giants, see? He has versatility. If he plays for the Giants, he'd be a developmental pass rusher while getting linebacker snaps his first year. Then we unleash him on the D-line in year 2 with KT mostly gone. Some of these 20-year-olds are so good. Yeah, no, that's a lot of speed demons out here. But I agree with you, Jarv. Yeah, if he goes to the Giants, it's a great fit. I feel like the Jets are going to need a lot out of him this year, though. The Jets are really thin on the edge. And I think they have... Demario Davis plays outside linebacker, too, right? I think he plays left, though. So it's kind of different. I was born in 06, I'm 19, so he's 19 or 20. He's 20. 20. He's going to be 21 this season. Let's have this debate. I don't think the NFL players should do the Olympics because the USC team must watch them in a different sport because of flag football. I'll talk about the USA game after we finish this. We're almost done. Alden Smith also went to an airport and yelled he had a bomb. Okay, that also happened. Okay, cool. I forgot. I forgot exactly what Alden Smith did, but there you go. But yeah, dude. Arvell Reese is an interesting cat to study, that's for sure. We'll see. We'll see. As you can see, like, look, decent coverage for a linebacker. If the Giants, he'd be LT, not gonna lie. Hey. At this rate, the Giants should have like 4 players that should have been LT, and it just never happens. So yeah. Arvell Reese. All right, we got 2 more to talk about. Dave Bailey and Ruben Bain. Talk about David Bailey first. Out of Irvine, California, which, you know, go Anteaters. California guy. I think he's from Orange, to be specific. NFL players, different speed. Well, for sure. I want to own. You see? No, NFL players have different speed, that's for sure. Okay, so David Bailey, another Leo, I think. Maybe a Virgo. 03, which makes me feel less old. And yeah, listen, I like David Bailey's game. I know everyone hates on him. Everyone rips on David Bailey. Or at least that's the vibe I'm getting. But Jacob Rodriguez at 9? That's a bit rich, personally, whatever. Like, I think that's a little low. Not mention. But listen, I like David Bailey, man. I mean, look, he could be anything. He really could be anything. But he's just a prototypical stud pass rusher. Really good size, really athletic, and can get the job done in coverage when needed. Technique's a little spotty, but whatever. And he's probably my favorite edge in this class when you factor in ceiling. I think David Bailey, look, I can see someone getting more excited about Ruben Bain's tape. In fact, I got more excited about Ruben Bain's tape. But What I will say, man, factoring in the horoscopes, you gotta. What I will say about David Bailey is, again, the upside is just there. The upside is there. He's just, you know, he's a little smaller. But that's, you could gain weight. That's very easy. Gaining weight, 6'4", 250, that's big enough. I feel like he's got some versatility. I think he's the most complete out of these top guys, you know? And maybe the tape's not like jumping off the page, but 14.5 sacks is pretty good, I'd say. So, David Bailey's a nutcase. I'm not drafting him in round 1. Wouldn't you want a nutcase on the edge, though? Wouldn't you want a nutcase as your top 5 edge rusher? Like, if you're the Jets and you want just a pass rusher that you're not going to have to develop, why not go David Bailey? You know? 22 points. Yeah, that's pretty damn fast. Yeah. No, he's pretty damn fast. Where did it say that? I think I was reading that as well. Yeah. 22.6 on GPS tracking. There you go. I think Bain has a higher upper ceiling. Bailey more practical ceiling. Yeah, Bailey's probably a little higher. Yeah, no, exactly. Like Ruben Bain, like the thing with Ruben Bain, and we'll like why not? I don't want a player who likes attacking refs. Well, that I didn't hear about. That I didn't know about. They didn't put that on the profile. That's not great. I think the best way to talk about David Bailey is in reference to Ruben Bain, so I'll pull him up as well. Of course, it's not going to be on this page. Great. Well, let me open in a different tab. Okay, whatever then. Whatever. Let's get to Ruben Bain really quick. Because Ruben Bain, again, very fun tape. Here's what I said about Ruben Bain, right? Certain he'll be good. Questionable if he'll be great. You know? Because Ruben Bain's just the short arms. And he's a little under, I mean, he's 6'2", 260 is not bad, but I mean, he's 6'2", short arms. So he's not going to like bull rush anyone. He's going to have to use that quick speed. He's going to have to use that bend, and his bend is sick. But I just think if we're being honest with ourselves, I think Bain has more exciting traits, but Bailey could just be so good. I'd say Bain's the most complete. Literally the only reason he ain't #1 prospect is his arms. That's something, though. That is something, man. That is something. He has fun tape, though. My fault. He attacked a photographer, but that isn't any better. That's worse. That's worse. Who among us hasn't been mad at refs? But being mad at photographers, you can't do that. Just gave us a sub. Good stream. Thanks, man. Welcome. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll be back tonight to watch MLB opening night and play some Red Dead Redemption. But what's up, B Hargrave? What's up? Yes. 5346. Sure, arms aren't a problem considering his pass rush game plan doesn't include bull rushing. That's what I mean. I like. This is not me hating on Ruben Bain. This is just me kind of rounding off his ceiling a little bit. Like, look, first step quickness, real separator, initial punch lands with force. Is it raining in here? Consistently knocks blockers off. You know what I mean? Like 5 sacks during this college football playoff, 3 against A&M. Jarvis right. I mean, his arm length is the red flag. I mean, we could talk about secondary hand moves and gap discipline, but like, who gives a shit? Let's be honest here. Like, he's also not like the most athletic, but like I said, who cares about his 40-yard? Who cares about his 40 time, right? Like, that doesn't matter. So again, it's like arm length will cap his ceiling a little bit. However, I think everything else kind of points to a good player. I think a good pro. Are you going to play RDR or RDR2? We're going to start with RDR2. We're going to go in chronological order. So Red Dead 2, Red Dead 1, and then the GTA games in order. We'll probably skip 5 since I've already played that, but you know, it's the last one on the list, so it doesn't even matter. So it'll probably be some mix of San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 4. It's gonna be sick. How's his motor? Ruben Bain's. I feel like his motor is great, right? I feel like Ruben Bain's motor is like pretty powerful. I mean, he clearly plays throughout the season. He doesn't have many injury concerns. I know that's not really the same question, but still. Yeah, plays with real aggression, like efforts consistent from first snap to last. Like, yeah, I feel like he's good enough. That's, yeah, like real good enough. That's not even a knock. Arms are more important for O-line because you have to read and react more so versus pass rushers who are the ones initiating. It's like how speed matters slightly more for corners and wide receivers. Ben is the best motor I've seen in like a decade. I want to just give some context to B Hargov and anyone else. Giants fan 10 is a Miami fan, so if you're wondering why he's talking so highly of Mesidor and Bain, it does factor in. think probably RDR2, RDR1, Vice City, Chinatown Wars, GTA 4, the games me and GF10 asked for. Yeah, but what about San Andreas? It has to be factored in. Again, these are short games, and I have the GTA. I got the GTA pass, so I could play them all. I don't know if Chinatown War will happen, but yeah, he plays like a serial killer. No, his tape is fun. It's tough not to watch Ruben Bain's tape and like have a lot of fun. That's what I mean. I try not to fall for the siren song. That's the thing with Ruben Bain. Like, he's really talented. Like, this is not me knocking. Like, the only players that I'm ready to like stand on the table and like actually like not root against, but like assume aren't gonna be good is Malachi Lawrence. Malachi Lawrence, who apparently Giants fan 10 would take a flyer on in the 5th round. But Malachi Lawrence is the only guy I'm like, I don't think he's going to work. I'm pretty sure about it. You don't see me saying CJ Daniels is goated. Fair enough. Fair enough. RDR2 is not short. That is not what I'm saying. RDR2 is not short. But, however, I feel like the other GTA games will be short and quick. I'm excited for GTA 4. That's going to be like the finale of the Rockstar game playthrough, which maybe we'll do that on Wednesdays now. Baseball Wednesdays, where we'll totally watch the baseball game. Is it even worth it having? Is it even worth it having the baseball game up tonight? Probably not. I might. I mean, shit. I have Netflix. I may as well have it going on in the background. Be like, home run, Yankees! Whoa! Add Bully. I've heard Bully's great. Everyone loves Bully. I don't think Bully's gonna make it. I don't think Bully's gonna make the cut. We'll see though. We'll see. We'll see how long we get out of this playthrough. But yeah, so that's my take on the pass rushers. If you ask me in a vacuum, what I would do, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm the Jets, I'm taking David Bailey. Like, honestly, I think it's very team by team fit wise. If I'm the Jets, I'm taking David Bailey. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm having an internal discussion. Let's assume Arvo Reese goes at 2, and the Jets don't listen to me. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm probably gonna go with one of the edge rushers. To be honest with you, I know Maui would be a good pick, and I don't think I'd be like grading that poorly if it happens. Going to offensive tackle, hell, they might go Monroe Freeling, but I just feel like if you got to have an internal discussion about David Bailey or Ruben Bain, and just what you want as the Cardinals, right? And the Cardinals are a team they like. I was gonna say they can't afford to miss this pick, but they can. They can afford to miss this pick. No one's gonna lose sleep if the Cardinals are bad. Let's be honest. Nothing will have changed. So, in the RDR2, when you give Arthur a mustache, I gotta give him a red mustache. Bully's overrated but fun. Fair enough. Speaking of mustaches, I'm gonna start trying out a new look. I was able to like handlebar it yesterday, so I'm gonna see if I can get that going again. It's a hell of a look. That'll be for tonight. I'll put on like a suit and tie. I think Reese and Bailey go 2 and 3. The Titans are having a debate between Tate, Love, and Bain at 4. Yeah, I would throw Styles in there as well. But yeah, if I had to do a realistic mock, which we'll do right now, we'll only do why not? We'll see how far we can go. My PFF subscription's gonna expire. I gotta cancel it actually. That's something I gotta remember to do. But now is no time. I have to cancel like right before the draft and use a different mock simulator. That's great. Because I'm on the annual plan. All right, let's just look into this really quick. Can't dye Arthur's hair, so it has to be brown. Oh, damn it. Okay, let's just say it's Ty Simpson. Yeah, the first pick, Ty Simpson. I'm just gonna do that to piss people off that are just stopping by the stream. Obviously, it's gonna be Mendoza. Okay. So then we have the Jets. And like, they're gonna go defense, right? They're not gonna pick Styles. Like they're just not gonna pick Styles. I know there's a chance he would fit an Aaron Glenn defense, but they're not gonna do it. It's gotta be Arvo Reese. For the record, if I was making the pick, I would go Dave Bailey, frankly. I just think he's more of a complete option for what the Jets need in specific, which is pass rush off the edge. But if they're looking for a player that's going to be great in 2 to 3 years, much less next year, I'm not just saying that Arvo Reese won't be good, but Arvo Reese is a little bit more of a project, I'd say. Arvo Reese is the pick. Okay, so then that leaves the Cardinals, okay? And the Cardinals could go, in theory, any of these three guys, I think. Any of these three guys are who the Cardinals are looking at. And if I'm the Cardinals, again, I just feel like getting a great pass rusher would really set them apart. Like I think Francis is a good prospect, but I don't think he's must-take third overall good as a tackle, right? He has the traits. He's a good prospect. I like him a lot. But if I'm the Cardinals and I'm making the pick, I'm between Bain and Bailey. And I think at that rate, it depends what you want if you're the Cardinals. If you're going a little more floor-oriented, if you will, Ruben Bain's probably the right pick. But if you're going for an upside play, which no one's gonna bat an eye at the Cardinals for taking an upside play, David Bailey is the right call. So I think it'll be one of these three guys. If I had to take a guess today, I'd guess David Bailey. I would. And then that leaves the Titans, who again could go a multitude of ways. Jeremiah Love is losing a little bit of steam to the Titans at 4, from what I got. I forget what reporter said it. I think it was Schefter. Yeah, I think it was Shefty, who said Jeremiah Love's losing a little bit of steam at pick 4 and pick 5. Just internal dialogues. Again, we're still in March. Things can change. But as it stands right now, Jeremiah Love, while still an option, is not the slam dunk must take. I think that's what Giants fan 10 said, is all these guys, right? Love, Bain, and Tate, plus Styles. And I don't think you can really go wrong there. As someone who's said, I want Sonny Styles to be a New York Giant, I wouldn't be like ripping my hair out if the Titans picked Styles here. I wouldn't be devastated. I wouldn't be crushed. I feel like it would just be, all right, well, move on to plan B. Same goes with Jeremiah Love. Same goes with Ruben Bain. Same goes with Cardinal Tate. There's basically no one on the board. Like, I feel like once you get to this point in the board, it's like it's really personal preference. I think we're going to see so much board variety over this draft. We're going to see a lot of reaches because we're all going to have different picks. Yeah, if Mendoza's on the board, the Giants take him. That's a great point. Yeah, I guess, yeah. If Ty Simpson does go 1, the Jets and Cardinals should take Mendoza. But we're assuming that doesn't happen in this mock. The Titans are weird. Again, if I had to take a guess today, I really think Jeremiah Love would be the right pick. I also like Carnell Tate a lot. In a way to say it's the start of baseball. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Buckle up, James. We'll be back at 5. We'll be back at 5. I say at 4, the Vikings trade up. The Vikings trade up and take Ty Simpson. Genuinely, is there anyone that would want to trade up in this spot? Like the Commanders don't really have the capital to move up. The Saints, why would the Saints move up? Like what would even be the point of that? If the Chiefs really like Ruben Bain, then I guess. I've brought that up many times on the stream before. If the Chiefs like Ruben Bain, they could easily take him. Trade up and take him. Or wait until 9 and see if he gets there. But I feel like the Titans... Only a birthday of all time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wait, is today your birthday, James? I don't know. I don't know who to pick here. The Giants is a lot easier. I'm going to stick with Jeremiah Love right now. I'm not going to buy this smoke. I'm going to stick with Jeremiah Love. There's a real shot it doesn't happen, but I'm going to go. Nice. Happy birthday, James. Hell yeah. Let's go. Big birthday for James. Hell yeah. That fired me up, man. Let's go. If the Giants are up, not to move off James's B-Day, the Giants are up. Ruben Bain would feel like a reach. I think you're between Styles and Maui Noah. Maybe Caleb Downs if you really want to get frisky. I don't see the Giants going receiver, although every now and again I'll wake up on a different side of the bed and think maybe the Giants should go receiver. That's not today. If the board falls like this, you're looking at Maui, you're looking at Sonny Styles. I'm taking Styles. And then you have Cleveland, who again need a left tackle. There's one left tackle available. His name is Monroe Freeling. And again, the Commanders are left with a few options, right? Caleb Downs, Bane, hell, even Maui Noah if they want to, but I don't think they will, considering how much they're paying their tackles. Carnell Tate if they want. Commanders could do a lot of things. I think in this scenario, don't overthink it. You grab Ruben Bain. Saints! I've been mocking them, Mekhi Lemon a bunch. Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, any of these three guys could be the pick. It's also worth throwing in, yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So, it's really just your pick of wide receivers. I like how Mekhi Lemon fits. I keep picking Mekhi Lemon. I'm not stopping today. Chiefs are a different conversation. Chiefs are tough. Chiefs are really tricky. If the board falls like this. If it doesn't, if Bane gets to them, Bane's the pick. As it stands right now, though, you're not thrilled about this outcome if you're the Chiefs. Is that Pokemon Scarlet Violet? I believe so. This is just a Pokemon mix, so probably. I felt like going relaxing this morning. Mansour Delane, he had a pretty good pro day. I feel like he ran like a 4.3 at his pro day. That was pretty nice. Any analysis here, PFF? No, not quite. All right. I don't think... Look, if the Chiefs want to go corner and they'd rather wait on like edge and receiver and take that at 29, I don't think that's crazy. Like, do we really think Mansour Delane is like out of bounds at pick 9? I feel like that's fair. You guys let me know. What do we think? Like, what do the Chiefs do here if the board falls like this in specific? Because the rest feels a little, I don't want to say obvious, but you could definitely like see some stuff moving around. Hell, the Chiefs could move down in theory. If a team really wants to move up and get Maui or even Caleb Downs or Carnell Tate, that could definitely go. But what do you guys think the Chiefs do at 9 here? Damn. I think if the Chiefs don't trade up and Bane isn't there, they go Delane. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's kind of where my head's at. Chiefs trading up it's making more and more sense every day. And there's a team at 5 that would really love a 3rd round pick. Obviously more as well. But yeah, I think in a vacuum, if it breaks like this, Mansour Delane's the pick. We can go a little bit quicker now. Now I feel a little more confident in where things will go. I think the Bengals could go. The thing is, frankly, every team from the Cardinals to the Bengals, minus maybe the Commanders and the Chiefs, I think should take a look at Francis Maui Noah. Like, I feel like, and the Bengals are no exception. And I think I'd rather have an offensive line than a safety if I'm the Bengals. And that's why I'm taking Francis. I don't care. Yeah, he's a tackle. You can play him at guard and then have him fill in at right tackle in a year or two. Why not? You have the 10th pick in the draft and you got a guy that could have gone top 3. That's a steal. 5 a third this year and a 2nd next year. I don't think we're getting 29 realistically. Hey, I'm good with that. I think that's solid. Hell, you could probably talk your way into a 1st next year if you really want to get crazy, because the Chiefs are going to think it's going to be a late pick anyways. Chiefs trade well to the Jets. Move up, take Ty Simpson. See? See, there you go. 5 and 9 for those. Yeah, I guess it is only moving up 4 spots. Like, I got what you were saying, yeah, but I feel like, yeah, a 3 and a 2, I'd be thrilled about that. Hell, give us an extra 2 this year. We're cooking. But I'd probably 2 next year would probably be better. If this is how the board breaks for the Dolphins, they could go receiver. I don't know why they would, though. They could go Vega. They could go Jermod McCoy. A lot of options on the table. We never give him Vega. Let's give him Vega. I think I did last time, actually. We never give him Vega. Caleb Downs is falling, by the way. Caleb Downs is falling heavy. And I don't even know where he'd go. I mean, I feel like the Vikings would be like freaking out. If they could get to like 13, we get a next year's 1st and still get a 3rd. That's a masterclass. Yeah, seriously. That would be nice. to move down 4 spots. I don't think the Chiefs would do that. You're right. Because the Cowboys wouldn't take downs here. They're not going to do that. Let's go Jermon McCoy. Rams are tricky. Rams, hey, Carnell Tate is still on the board. Caleb Downs. Imagine if the Rams took Caleb Downs. Do the Rams need safety help? I feel like they don't. Jared forced the Cowboys to take downs. See, but you'd think, but the Cowboys don't take safeties like that. And the Cowboys signed a safety as well. I forget who, but the Cowboys don't draft safeties like that. So that's why I'm like so iffy about it. Like such a perfect Jerry sticking his nose in something moment. I don't think it'd be a bad pick, honestly. I'd be pretty upset. If the Cowboys got Caleb Downs at 12, I'd be pretty bummed. Because realistically, who else goes up and gets him? The Jets, the Lions, the Vikings? Who goes up and gets Caleb Downs? Someone would have to move up. There's just no way Caleb Downs falls out of the top 15. There's just no way. I feel like if the Vikings moved up, I just think that would be so cool. That would just be so much fun. What would that take? 18 to 13. What would that take? What, probably maybe a 4, or is that a 5? Send Jalen Thompson, I believe. Fair enough. Yeah, that's right. I think Jalen Thompson. Who's the Ravens' other safety opposite of Hamilton? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Hold on. Let's see. Malachi Starks. They're not going to take a safety. Yeah, they're not going to take a safety with. I think they spent a first on Malachi Starks. Yeah, that's not on the board. Panthers could be interesting. Finns could take Caleb Downs. Honestly, yeah, you're probably right. He probably wouldn't have gotten past 11. But oh well, he did. Would this go for the Vikings? 18, 49, and 13, or 18? Maybe they'll throw in like 207. Yeah, let's see it. Yeah, let's see it. Vikings move up, and they grab themselves Caleb Downs. Boom. We would take Justin Jefferson 5 future first. Vikings jump the Lions, and they grabbed Caleb Downs. Big. Ravens got a few options. Honestly, I like Spencer Fano here a lot. I also would have liked Vega, but he's not on the board. Cardinal Tate continues to fall, as I keep mentioning. Also, Jordan Tyson also falling. Of course, we'll get a run on receivers soon. But for now, I'm going to go Spencer Fano. Some people love him. Some people have him mocked to the Giants at 5. No thanks. Although we need a right guard. I don't think Fano is the answer. Not at 5. Bucks could go a multitude of ways. Sadiq makes sense. But I don't see it. I don't see it this time around. I'm going to go Mesidor. That's the guy we talked about. Miami Edge. High floor. High floor Mesidor is what they're calling him. And I just think the Tampa could... Let's try and win some games today, honestly. Let's fuck the future. Let's start building for today if I'm Tampa. Jeez. All right, Jets are on the board. Fernando Mendoza. Jets go on the board. Assuming this pick isn't actually Ty Simpson. Yeah, you're so right. If the Edelman's there, you're probably right. But Caleb Downs just can't fall out of the top 15. He just can't. So I don't know, man. I like Mesidor to the Bucks the closer the draft gets. Me too. Staying in Florida. You're probably right, John. Yeah, Caleb Downs is going to be a headache to mock for me if the scenario goes like this. That being said, Jets, the New York Buckeyes, they go Cardinal Tate. Easy. Detroit could go a multitude of ways. What tackles are left? Proctor, Lomu. I'm not super thrilled about it. Jennings, Dunker, Blake Miller. No thanks. CJ Allen is still there. That wouldn't be a bad pick. And you know what, damn it? That's who we're going with. And look, the Rams traded back, and they got options here. They really could go a few ways. If Ty Simpson's on the board, which I feel like is, I have to say, if Ty Simpson's on the board, they'd likely take him. I feel like Jordan Tyson would be a slam dunk. AMW needs to be a Seahawk. They'll turn needs to not be a Seahawk. They'll turn him into a human cruise missile. Yeah, I think that's probably what's gonna happen. I think pick 32 EMW goes to the Seahawks, and they're good. They're damn good. I feel like the next two picks are gonna be a combination of Sadiq and Tyson. I don't think the Rams would take Sadiq. The Enemann's falling down the board, by the way. I like Jordan Tyson to the Panthers a lot. But in this scenario, if you're the Rams, you trade down, you get extra capital and still get a wide receiver. That's a slam dunk. Then you look at the Panthers, Sadiq, easy. He definitely tested better. Downs has the injury. The Eneman has great tape, almost as good as Downs. Maybe we'll see all safety just kind of go in like a cluster. I honestly think this is something I like doing a lot. I like the Eagles moving up here. I do. Trading with the Cowboys sounds crazy, but they've done it before to screw over the Giants, if you remember. Let's go 68, 112. 68, 152. There it is. Okay, yeah, whatever. Eagles move up, give the Cowboys an extra third or whatever, and they go up and they get themselves a white DB in Dylan Thieneman or whatever. The great safety cluster of 26. See? I did that because the Eagles would want to jump the Chargers, and the Cowboys shouldn't care. They're gonna have their options of edge rushers either way. Steelers. Honestly, the Steelers should go a few ways. Ty Simpson is not off the board, but offensive line makes probably the most sense. So let's just filter down here really quick. Get a look at the board. I don't think Blake Miller's crazy. Caden Proctor either. They're just not super exciting, but like, you know, I could sit and read I could read for weeks about Maxi Henachor and still not really get a take about him. And I'm not going to force it now. Steelers are such a just dry team. They're just dry. But if they're going to pay their wide receivers that much money, they're gonna need some offensive line help. So it's between Blake Miller and Caden Proctor here. Caden Proctor plays on the left. Blake Miller plays on the right. I forget what the Steelers need more. Let me check. Yeah, if they keep playing Troy at right tackle, then I guess Miller's the pick. Is there no safety net for the safeties? Apparently not. Apparently there's no safety net. They could fall out of the... Caleb Downs could fall out of round one entirely. Maxi Henachor, best tackle unbiased. There you go. Hell yeah. This pick will be Blake Miller. Caleb Lomu will also get some looks at left tackle, but let's go Blake Miller. Chargers. They're mad because the Eagles jumped him for Thieneman. I really do feel like if this is how the board breaks, Caden McDonald is up there for sure. Caleb Banks is an option. Peter Woods. But if this is how the board breaks, I wouldn't be mad at Keldrick Falk. Chargers would get that edge rusher that can stop the run and live with it. Yeah, pick 22. A guy who could have gone earlier had he had a better season. I think that's a solid value play for the Chargers. Now, again, I said the Cowboys are going to get their pick of edge rushers. This is who I was going to give them at 19 if they or 20 if they had they no. Yeah, 20 had they stuck there. Cassius Howell. Cassius Howell. Get after the quarterback. Simple. And all of a sudden, the Cowboys' defensive line, which was kind of gutted after they traded away Micah Parsons, now looks pretty solid with Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, Cassius Howell, a couple other options. I hate saying it, but the Cowboys are improving their defense slowly but surely. They got a corner and they got an edge rusher. Browns are sitting here. They are sitting here. I feel like Caden Proctor would have made a lot of sense at 24. Also, Lomu, had they not gone Monroe Freeling. I think that's the main argument against Monroe Freeling for the Browns here. Who do we take first time? Jermod McCoy. That's the main argument against Monroe Freeling for the Browns. It's that, well, if you need a left tackle, there will be options at the back end of round 1. But then again, who do you take at 6? What, Carnell Tate? Like, is Carnell Tate that great of a talent where you have to, like, drop everything and take him at 6? I don't know. I don't know about that. NFL safety thing is worth 2 points as a joke. Seinfeld missed that as a joke. Like, what's the deal with that? I don't think Seinfeld missed anything as a joke, honestly. I think he wrote about everything that's ever happened in the history of the world. But, I mean, look, I like an NFL safety. It can't be 7. It can't be 7. It's got to be less. There's got to be some advantage. 4 points would be weird. I think 2 is perfect. Browns. Chris Sims said Denzel Boston was his favorite wide receiver this class. That's what wild. He said Denzel Boston was his #1 ranked wide receiver. So in the spirit of Chris Sims and going against my better judgment, Denzel Boston. Why not? Browns get a tall wide receiver. That way Shador can, you know, put the ball wherever. Carnell Tate that high only works for a team that needs a safety net for a young quarterback right now. Otherwise, take Lemon or wait a bit. Yeah, Lemon probably makes more sense at 6. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you could make an argument the Browns do have a young quarterback that needs a safety net, but I don't know if they're ready to go all in on Shador, Gabriel, or whoever the hell else, Watson. Bears have a few options on the table. I'm not going to lie. We didn't talk too much about him. I'm iffy on TJ Parker. I really am. With the Titans and Giants, it makes sense because you're trying to aid Dart and Ward's development. Also, what the hell is going on with Titans fans? Like, Giants fans are not exempt of blame here. Titans fans are like chirping us on Twitter. It's crazy. Like, the Titans fans are getting all up on Dart. Like, oh, Dart sucks. Dart can't make the throws that Cam Ward can. It's like, what? What is going on? Browns do not have that young quarterback. I mean, come on. Shador's all right. There's Malachi Lawrence and Derek Moore. I don't know what the Bears would do here. I don't think EMW would be crazy, by the way. I don't think this would be a crazy pick here. Bye, guys. See you, James. Happy birthday, fella. School note. Damn. Damn. Bears are tricky, man. I kind of like EMW to Seattle, but if this is how the board breaks for the Bears and there's no edge rushers left, yeah, their Matty's been overlooked. Yeah, Cam Ward was not talked about much this year. They're doing the same thing with Shador. Well, yeah, Shador has less of an argument, that's for sure. I don't like anyone on the board right now, to be honest with you. Get more of this Jackson Dart. Ever heard of Tyler Shuck, bud? Yes, yeah. We're burying the lead about the real great quarterback in this year's class. That's what should happen between top 2 quarterbacks taking in a draft. The random Dart Ward rivalry. Look, I'm ready to go to bat for Jackson Dart over anyone, man. Do you guys see he's training with Kazmat Shemaev or Kamzat Shemaev? Guy's going to MMA training. He's ready to learn a thing or two. Going to school on your birthday, James. A little lame. Got to. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. You can't miss a Wednesday. That's an important school day. Everyone knows that. God damn it, man. I don't know who the Bears take. I'm going to go EMW. Sure. Why not? Let's not overthink it. Bills could go receiver. Could go O-line. This is where the draft gets tricky. Bears take Lee Hunter and a lot of mocks from me. That's not bad. I was thinking interior defensive line. It's not bad. We're going to BMW this run around, though. Again, I think that it's not impossible for the Bills to go receiver, but Caleb Banks feels like a Bill, and that's what we're going with. I think the Niners chips down. I think Caden Proctor would make sense. That being said, I think they'd rather probably have a left tackle. I know Trent Williams is a player that exists, but unless the Niners have like a huge gaping hole at right tackle, which I don't think they do, I would take Lomu and just let him sit behind Trent Williams. Yeah, they have Colton McKivitz. Yeah, you can't have Brock Purdy's blindside unprotected. And Trent Williams is a little wishy-washy going into the season. He took a small step back last year. He'll probably take a bigger step back this year. Probably be his last season. I say you take Caleb Lomu. Not overthink it. Build for the future. Texans. I give Texans Caden McDonald all the time. So for the sake of this exercise, let's go a little different. Let's go with Lee Hunter. Keep him in Texas. Hell yeah. Chiefs, who went corner at their first pick, now have Omar Cooper sitting there on the board. I think that would be a hell of a pick. I think Concepcion would also be a hell of a pick. We're going to go with Omar Cooper, though. Miami, who have we mocked for Miami yet at 30? Miami, who went corner already, right? No, they went Vega. This actually isn't too bad of a scenario for Miami, because they could go Colton Hood, they could go Terrell, and that's probably what they'll do. Probably go DB. I mean, unless they want to go receiver, but I don't think they will. Where the hell's corner? There it is. Trent wants to get paid more, so they're on the outs right now. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so it's like, you may as well draft this replacement. Get ahead of it. Give yourself a little bit of leverage. If this is how it breaks, look, the Dolphins get their pick of corners. Let's get maybe on Terrell. And then Patriots, this kind of worked out perfect. They have a left tackle, they need a right tackle. Caden Proctor, who plays left. My bad. My bad. Thought Caden Proctor played right. I got him mixed up. Did I mix up Blake Miller and Caden Proctor? I think I did, actually. Oh, great. The whole integrity of the mock is out. Roderick Joe. I completely fucked up. I meant to give the Steelers Proctor, and then I would have given the Patriots Miller here. So if this is how it goes, Maxie Hennichor, you are a New England Patriot. There it is. Then the Seahawks take whoever. Who even cares? Let's go TJ Parker. Just high floor edge rusher. There you go. And this is it. This is it. So with the first pick, Ty Simpson. Feels pretty. This feels relatively like unsurprising. This feels relatively unsurprising. I want to see what CBS is doing. Just to get mad. Mike Renner, Ryan Wilson. Are these the last ones? What's today? With the 26th. That hasn't even happened yet. Oh, updated on the 23rd. My bad. All right. Wait, I don't want to. What? I don't want to read it on Twitter. What? I want to. What? There we go. Okay, so this is Ryan Wilson's 7-0. Surprise trade lands Ty Simpson in the first round. There you go. So Mendoza, David Bailey. What the fuck? Wow. Okay. Pretty wild top three off rip. Jeez. Pretty nuts top three. I mean, Mendoza, sure. David Bailey goes 2, which is what I said. Carnell Tate. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I explained the trade above and even devoted 1,800 words to why it makes sense for the Bills to pursue a receiver. Where? I'm mostly joking, but we're all guilty of letting our biases creep in, seeing players perform in Indy after the on-field. I see importance. I'm here to confirm that, in fact, tape is still tape. I do not care that Carnell Tate ran a 4.53 because it turns out a dispute according to the Athletic tape plays way faster than that. It's why I have the Bills trading all the way up to number 3 to land the Ohio State wideout and take their middle of the road in the AFC Super Bowl chance and puts them in overdrive. Yes, the cost move was steep, and history says that shouldn't scare contenders. Falcons did something similar in 2011 when they jumped 21 spots to take Julio Jones. I did not know that. That's crazy. I would definitely argue Julio Jones is a better prospect than Carnell Tate, but whatever. 5 years later, they should have won the Super Bowl, and even though they fell short, no one would argue that getting Jones was the right decision. That's true. Here's what I think the Bears should Bills should consider a move up. Let's actually see this. Why the Bills should trade? Yeah, who do they trade? Josh Allen? Yeah, seriously, why they should trade up? If Carnell Tate's on the board, even the Titans at the clock, at number 4, the question should be, can the Bills afford to move up? And it should be, can they afford not to? Wow, what a thought. That dude has been smoking the crystal blue from Breaking Bad. He's right, I'm biased and delusional for thinking Mendoza could fall to the Raiders. Yeah, seriously. We caught up with Tate in the comment, and what stood out wasn't his production or polish, but the intentionality, the preparation, the mindset, very real understanding of what he looks like, or of what comes next. He spoke about his money year and the idea of catching passes from a certain number 17 in Western New York. Who asked him about that? The money year. That's great and all. What does this guy think that the Bills would like? Yeah, this is awesome. What does he think the Bills would like trade up to get? Trade up to get Julio, or fuck, to get Carnell Tate. Okay, they traded a first, a second, a fourth, and then a first and a fourth. So 2 1s, a second, and 2 fourths. That's a lot. That's a lot, dude. Why Tate and Allen makes too much sense. I think this guy's reaching. I think this guy's reaching. The Bills are too good to pick high, too close to do nothing, and too deep into the Allen era to settle for incremental upgrades at wide receiver. I mean, they did just trade a second for DJ Moore. So, yeah, I mean, they don't have that extra second. All right, just for love of the game. For love of the game, really quick. Let's go to pick 3 here. Let's just do this. Okay. So if the Bills wanted to move over from pick 26, they would need to send at least their number 1 next year, their number 2 next year, probably a 3 this year, at least. Like, that's bare minimum just to start the conversation. Is Carnell Tate worth all that? Yeah, they jumped 21 spots and still didn't get jack. I love Carnell Tate. He isn't even 1/5 as good of a prospect as Julio. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So it's like, is Carnell Tate worth all this? Jeez, maybe the Giants should take Carnell Tate. I mean, shit, if he's this good, right? Like, huh? I don't want to look too deep into the CBS mock draft, but considering this is like this guy's this is his shot. He's calling his shot here. Who is this? This is Ryan Wilson's like big take that the Bills should move up to take Carnell Tate. Meanwhile, Sonny Styles is at pick 4. So if the board falls like this, take Arvell Reese, Giants. I guess you guys are right. Maybe there is a 20% chance he's there at 5. Holy hell. If the board falls like this, he's going to give us love. He's going to give us Jeremiah Love. Caleb Downs. No shot, buddy. He's rage baiting for sure. If Arvell Reese is there at 5, you got to take him for the Giants. I know I just spent all this time talking about how I'm not excited, but you guys are right. Team fit-wise, Arvell Reese works in blue. Let's continue. Let's just straight up continue. Francis Maui Noah goes 6 to Cleveland. Don't hate that. Don't love it, but don't hate it. Arvell Reese is a commander. That would suck. That would just objectively suck. Jeremiah Love would be a Saint. All right. Spencer Fano going to the Chiefs. Don't love it. Good morning. What did I miss? What is up, Dallas Crimson Tide? We talked about edge rushers. Ruben Baines for real, but I like David Bailey more as a true pass rusher. And apparently so does this fella. Actually, no, that's not true. He had David. Oh, yeah, no, it is true. Ruben Bain at 10. That's a good pick. I feel like Ruben Bain won't get past the Chiefs at 9, but I guess it's a good pick for the Bengals. Delaying to the Dolphins. Jamal McCoy's a Cowboy. Wow, Colton Hood. Holy shit, that's high. Wow. Did Ty go to the Vikings? We're going to find out. Ty Simpson does go in this mock. Caleb Banks to Baltimore. Woof. This is probably what we'll see, though, by the way. Like, CBS people are crazy. That's their reputation. But like I said earlier, every team probably has very different boards to one another. So we'll probably see some guys that we weren't expecting to see so early, like a Caleb Banks. Kane Sadiq to Tampa is fun. I don't have the gut to go for it. I just don't have that kind of confidence. Give him Kenyon Sadiq. Mekhi Lemon to the Jets at 16. That's a slam dunk. TJ Parker at 17. That's not a slam dunk. Peter Woods. There are some players still on the board that are like very valuable that just haven't gone yet. I'm not even sure who yet, but we'll find them. Pete Woods to the Vikings. Caden Proctor to the Panthers. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Keldrick Falk at 20, like I keep saying. Yeah, makes sense. I gave him Cassius Howell, actually, but Keldrick Falk makes sense as well. There's Denzel Boston. So Jordan Tyson is still on the board. Denzel Boston at pick 21. Don't love that, but, you know, sure, Steelers. Vega, that's who was falling. Vega to the Chargers would be a home run. Don't think it'll happen, but it would be a home run. Caleb Lomu to the Eagles. I like that, although I feel like you'd probably want a right tackle if you're the Eagles, but okay. Jordan Tyson to the Browns. Browns leave with a pretty decent haul, all things considered, man. Jordan Tyson and Francis Maui-Noah, like those are potentially both guys that could be best at their position. I mean, according to this guy, Cardinal Tate's the greatest wide receiver in history, but still. Mesdor at 25 is a little low, but sure. Good pick for the Bears. Blake Miller, there he is. Omar Cooper going to the Niners. Don't hate that. Caden McDonald at 28 to the Texans. That keeps happening in my mocks. This entire live stream. No worries, Dallas Cryptotide. It'll still be on YouTube. Thieneman goes to the Chiefs at 29. That's a good pick at 29 for sure. And Ty Simpson, the Jets trade up with the Dolphins to land their quarterback of the future in Ty Simpson. EMW is a Patriot. Avion Terrell goes to Seattle. It's interesting. It's kind of fun. Look, it's a CBS Sports mock draft. No sense of getting too worked up about it, but it is, you know, wow. Much like Spencer Fano at 3 to the Cardinals. But again, this was a little bit ago. This was like last week. But yeah, time will tell. I wonder if there's any other mocks. I mean, there are mocks all over the place. We'll look at one more. I want to look at one more like rage baiting mock. Oh, Field Yates did a mock. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. I don't think Thieneman gets past 17 with the Vikings. Yeah, it's tough to see. It's tough to see. I think he'll definitely go in the top 22-ish picks. Tough to see him get past the Chargers. Mendoza, Bailey once again. The David Bailey crowd gets it. To the Cardinals, that also makes a lot of sense. Sonny Styles to the Titans. This wouldn't be an ideal board for the Giants. If this happens, I'm sure he's going to give us Francis if this happens. Trust should be higher. I'm not sure why he's dropping. I feel like his ceiling's just not there. I haven't looked too deep into the corner class, though. That's a different week. Caleb Downs. No shit. Wow. Okay. Caleb Downs to the Giants is still a possibility. I just can't wrap my... I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, I think Caleb Downs is awesome. I just, you know, I'm not sure. Cardinal Tate, Jeremiah Love. So the offensive line and Ruben Bain are falling. Ruben Bain goes to the Saints. Jordan Tyson to the Chiefs. That's interesting. Jordan James and Thieneman have best safety duo in league potential. Yeah, that would be a fun group. That would be a fun unit, even for the Chargers. Francis falls out of the top 10. Monroe Freeling also falls out of the top 10. We get our run on offensive lineman here. Makai Lemon of the Jets. People love that, apparently. Thieneman of the Vikings. R. Mason Thomas mentioned. Like him. That's a fun pick at 20. Like that. Vega going to the Steelers. EMW to the Chargers. Makes sense. Omar Cooper's an Eagle. Lomu to the Browns. That makes a lot of sense. If they go Tate. Cardinals move back into round 1. There it is. So the last mock we saw, the Cardinals traded with the Bills. Now we're seeing the Bills trading with the Cardinals. Ty Simpson, you are an Arizona Cardinal. There it is. They're doing the Giants approach. Draft an edge rusher, like a good 3 safety defense. That is fun. Screw positional value. Lions take him to control the Vikings. They have 2 good safeties, Kirby and Branch. I see. Now the Lions, he's still on the board for the Lions. They need as much secondary help as they can get. Although corner would probably make a little more sense. Keldrick Falk to the Niners. Peter Woods, Cassius Howell, like that pick. Casey going to the Dolphins. That's a lot of fun. Denzel Boston's a Patriot. And Avion Terrell to the Seahawks. I'd be damned if we take Thomas at 20. That would be fun. I think that's a good pick. I forgot who. R. Mason Thomas. I think that's a fun pick. It's not amazing, but it's a fun pick. CJ Allen falling out of round 1. Still a good day for the Bills, by the way. Giants grab Bisonis, the guard. Not too bad. I feel like there's a little more talent left on the board. Malachi Lawrence, there he is. Stowers. I wonder, does Rodriguez go? According to Field Yates, does he go in the first 2 rounds? There's Jennings Dunker. There he is, Jacob Rodriguez, 57 to Chicago. Makes a lot of sense. Jeremy Bernard, love him. Chris Bell, another good option. That'd be a steal at 61. Apparently his medical is doing okay. So yeah, that's our mock checkup. Yeah, it's the big stuff. I mean, look at the Raiders. Raiders mock tracker, but I think we're good. All right, last thing. Let's do a news check. Also, I've a couple things that we should talk about. And we got the connections queued up as well. Greatest NFL workout ever. Randy Moss, 28-degree winter day in a sweatsuit. What the hell? Vikings submit bid to host 2028 draft. There you go. If you're in the Minnesota area, get ready. Okay, before I do this, I want to talk about a couple of things. Okay, Dano. CM Punk's trending. What was I going to look up? There were two things I want to talk about. All right, yeah. First one. Odell Beckham Jr. Bring him home. Bring him home. I know it doesn't make a ton of sense. He might not make the roster. Bring him home. Bring him home, dude. For the vibes, for the experience. He can help Dart and Scadaboo learn how to navigate the New York market. That alone is pretty valuable, I'd argue. Because I do not want to see these young stars flame out. Same goes with Abdul Carter. And maybe Odell Beckham's not that much of a leader, so to speak. But the Giants, like, would you rather have Odell Beckham or Jalen Hyatt? I wouldn't even think about it. I wouldn't even think about it. Sheer vibes alone, I'd rather have OBJ. So please, has dude not retired yet? No, he has not. In fact, most players actually wait a really long time to retire. T.Y. Hilton retired last week. T.Y. Hilton, yeah. I'm so tired of having this discussion every offseason. Me too. Let's just do it and move on. Let's just do it and move on. Me too. I'm not talking about it until it happens. Exactly. Exactly. I'm not trying to get too excited. I don't believe this Marshall Green report for anything. I'll believe it when I see it, but I want to see it. That's my take on the matter. How he played in the Fanatics flag football game really wowed some people. They go can make the roster, steal Neighbors, Mooney, Austin, have that he could be a legit wide receiver 4. Yeah, and that's a lot of fun. It was about having the draft in Minnesota, by the way. You're talking about Odell. I think being back in New York would energize him. I think so. He's clearly making it like he wants it to happen. Him and Jackson Dart had some conversations. Jackson Dart's all about that aura, man. Ah, God, we got to bring him home. It would make me so happy. I watched an Odell Beckham Jr. highlight edit last night. I almost cried. That's the one player that like almost makes me emotional about football. It's tough not to get romantic about football. Anyways, other things since it's up here. The flag football game was odd. Logan Paul is a total cornball for, practicing and working his whole life for a flag football game that NFL players barely tried at. That being said, if I intercepted and or sacked Jalen Hurts, I would never stop talking about it until the day I died. Of course, I'm not Logan Paul. I don't do annoying shit on the daily. However, I think the overall game was a little corny. It was fun, good PR. I think, honestly, what Jarv said, I feel like flag football is a much different game than pro football. That's what all of them said. It's a big adjustment. So at the end of the day, I think Team US will win the flag football matchup, whether we use NFL players or the Team USA flag team. They had a good day. Let them have their moment. NFL players get enough of the spotlight anyways. If there are a couple players that will translate well, sure, why not? But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Derek Carr gives me those emotional vibes. Fair enough. OBJ would be nice to have too, because he knows what a quarterback to wide receiver connection is supposed to look like. Can help foster that in Dart Neighbors. Yes, yes. It makes so much sense from a mental, and just a vibes. Like, you know what I was thinking? And we'll get more into this flag football talk. But you know what I was thinking? There's one like main reason that the Giants should do this. They owe us. They owe us, Giants fans. I know not everyone in here is a Giants fan, but the Giants fans that are in here, GF10, Jarv, anyone else, myself, we deserve this. Being a Giants fan has been absolute agony for the past decade, and it's total bullshit. It's total bullshit. The Giants have had devastating losses, brutal injuries, crazy moments, insulting coach hires, Dave Gettleman at the helm. Like, the Giants fans have been through so much, and I know this sounds like me crying over spilled milk and sounding like a weak victim or whatever, but the fact of the matter is this. The Giants regime and management, they owe us. They owe us a winner. And at the bare minimum, they owe us just one good thing, one thing to get excited about. And while Jackson Dart's great, and Cam Scadaboo's funny, and Malik Neighbors should be good and healthy, Abdul Carter showed promise, this would be just like a, hey, this is for the fans. This is for the people that have sat through this bullshit team for the past decade. This is for the fans. God forbid the billion-dollar organization thinks about the little guy once. So my main thesis is that they owe us. They owe us big time. I'm looking fancy now. Oh, you could say that again. I can't give up on OBJ, man. I never will. I never will. He could retire. I'll still be talking for him to return to the Giants. If Odell Beckham doesn't sign a one-day deal with the Giants and retire a Giant, I might actually like withdraw my fandom. I'll flip to the I don't even know what team. Packers, since Stoner Cat just showed up. I'm not giving up on OBJ. I'm giving up on OBJ to the Giants. I refuse. I refuse. It just makes too much sense. It really does. Drop a like if you haven't already. CM Punk's trending. That's my take. Giants fans deserve this. They owe us. They owe us, man. The flag football game was fine. I agree with Jarv. Just let the flag players play it. Flip to the Jets. No thanks. That I wouldn't do. Is the Raiders bandwagon still open? That looks like a fun place to be. But anyways, that's my take. We can continue talking about it, but I'm gonna do the connections. Or we gotta do the connect. We gotta. Oh, great. MLB Day 1, which means it's gonna be all. Okay, foosball, air hockey. All right, this got tougher. Holy shit. Okay, wait a minute. All-Star Game, Finals, Draft, Cup. All NBA events. As stupid as the NBA Cup is. All NBA events. Yeah, see? Okay. Air hockey, Air Force One. That's a trick. That's an intentional trick. Oh, foosball, pool, air hockey. This is where I get caught up. What? Snooker, pool. What the hell, snooker? Snooker. All right, I'll take your word for it. I've never heard of snooker. Table games. What the hell is snooker though? A cue sport. Oh, so it's like, oh, so it's played on a table. 15 red, 6 colors. In a specific order. Ah, I'm good, frankly. No thanks. So it's like a pool variation. Fair enough. Pool billiards variation. All right. That's cool, I guess. All right. I think these are baseball players. These just feel like names. Someone in here. One of these is like, okay, wait a minute. It might be odd. These are all Nike shoes. Air Force, Blazer, Pegasus. I just don't know. I think it's Shocks. Shocks feels like a shoe name. And it is. Giants greats. Not my Giants. And then Nike shoes. Boom. Boom. We crushed that. We crushed that one. Fewer mistakes than most. We smashed that. That was sick. Wow. A high five to all of us for a job well done. OBJ feels like a player who in my head is like 37 to 40, but in reality he's 33. It just confuses me. He was in the same draft as Mike Evans, who just got a 2-year deal. Kane Green, Hunter. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Jets or Eagles. No thanks. I'm good. That's what I mean, though. Why is it so damn impossible? My entire Twitter feed is like, well, obviously it's a lot of liberal mumbo jumbo as always, and then bringing back Odell Beckham. Bring him home. Oh, wait a minute. NBA's Board of Governors has approved a vote for the league to explore bids and applications for expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. A bidding process is expected to generate offers 7 to 10 billion range. So it's official. If there was any doubt about it, Shams just called it. The NBA will be expanding to 32 teams, a team in Seattle and a team in Vegas. So those that love tanking, you just had a great day. Like no football. Drop a like if you haven't already. Shout out to Barry Bonds, the greatest player in the history of the sport. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And the greatest Kanye song ever. This was crazy. Did you guys see this? You guys read the headlines? Should I play the audio? I'm really liking this Pokemon just like rain music. It feels nice. Here's the Lonzo Ball in the Family audio clip.
At what point do you take the rubber off with your girl?
There you go. So that's the question Lonzo Ball's talking about. This is the guy. People looked at me straight in the face and said, I like this guy more than De'Aaron Fox when the draft came around. Thank you so much.
Damn. Yeah, I know you all do it, so let's be honest here.
Oh, I'm answering? Y'all crazy. With my girl, first day.
There you go.
You got a kick out of that one. I mean, if that's your girl, second's 8. So not say by the second, no later than...
I'm assuming this is Demo. I don't know who the hell Demo is, but I'm looking at the Ball in the Family podcast, a podcast show hosted by ZO2, LiAngelo Ball. They didn't feel the need to at the other people. This also could be Anthony Salazar. I have no idea. Powered by Better, everyone's favorite sports betting app. Ball's got to stop being allowed to mic. Yeah, no, seriously.
Well, how's that better than the first?
They got to get Michael Porter on this show. That would be like the Avengers teaming up. That would be like Infinity War, man. Full pod. Yeah, no thanks. Whoa. Only in Japan. Whoa. See, now I'm just scrolling Twitter. I always get into this. I'm just trying to see if I can find an Odell Beckham clip.
Studied the quarterback position your whole life, and you put on the tape for Ty Simpson. It's how the...
Okay, we're watching this.
If you're a purist and you're someone who just like has studied the quarterback position your whole life and you put on the tape for Ty Simpson, it's how the game's supposed to be played. It's pre-snap. It's identifying, it's control at the line of scrimmage. It's utilizing the motions pre-snap and tendencies on the defensive side to identify.
He did get hurt.
Snap, it's quick reads. It's everything's in rhythm. Everything's on schedule. It's a beautiful. But then you get to game 9 or 10 and the play starts to decline. Now, if I'm making...
In fairness, Lonzo's a better prospect. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He wasn't a better prospect than Fox. I didn't say that until now. No, he was not. He was a good passer and he was tall. He was not a better prospect. That's why I don't know shit about college basketball. I never followed the NBA draft. But this was the one thing I followed. I was like, the fast guy who went to Kentucky who beat Lonzo in the tournament? Yeah, I'm going with him. The guy with insane ball skills, the guy that had Russell Westbrook like upside compared to Alonzo Ball, who was the second coming of magic. Yeah, totally, with that jump shot.
Well, they had like the 126
Force Vegas team for every sport is becoming so absolutely tiring. Let me pause again. I completely agree. Stoner Cat. I got to acknowledge that. The Force Vegas team is getting so dry. I was watching a video from, I'm sure you guys follow him because you guys are into small football creators. Dr. Pigskin. He made a whole video about gambling, which, I mean, a little late. A little late, to be honest with you, but hey, whatever. A little late. But like, I think this topic has been well covered to this point. I think everybody on earth knows gambling's not good and sports leagues are totally corrupt. It sucks, but like, whatever. It's okay. It's all right. God knows I've made bad videos before. But what I was saying was he had a whole bit about how like the NFL wouldn't even play an exhibition game in Vegas. Now they have a team there, right? And now they have the draft there, and they might have a Super Bowl there, and like it's crazy. And I think the same goes for the NBA and the WNBA. Although go Aces, I feel like the Aces and the Knights are the only teams Vegas needed. I don't think they needed an NBA team because they're going to be playing second fiddle. The Aces are a better squad. The Aces are the best team in the league, best team in league history. So I agree with you, Stoner Cat. Seattle Supersonics 2, Electric Boogaloo. I honestly, knowing the lame-ass NBA, they probably won't even be the Sonics. They'll probably be a different team just because they hate fun. Good passer, good pre-shooter, pre-draft, better defender. Good shooter was a stretch. Good shooter, that's a bit of a reach in my book. Better defender, though, that's for sure. But De'Aaron Fox wasn't a bad defender. De'Aaron Fox was swiper. He was all about getting steals, and he could run with anyone. Lakers screwed up Lonzo development once he got to Nola, injury started, but when he was like, he played like an all-star. Maybe. When have the Lakers ever screwed up someone's development? Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, Lonzo. Kuzma was good. Vegas doesn't care about sports, just sports betting. Every Vegas team should move to Oakland. Oakland, better city. There you go. They're going to be the Seattle Seahawks, but basketball. It's not bad. The Seattle Seabirds. Anyway, I saw Jarvis' take about Todd McShay. I want to finish this video.
In all of college football. Then you've got the pass protection that started to fail because Brent Venables came to town with that Oklahoma defense and kind of showed some weaknesses in how to attack it. From that point on, everyone was kind of doing some of the same things. He's taking a beating. And then your top wide receiver, star playmaker, came in recruiting class with like 1A and 1B was Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State. And he just disappears. So all those factors add up. And so if you're watching the tape,
I don't care for making excuses like this for a guy who played in Alabama.
Clearly better than Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza didn't play well against Iowa or Oregon or Penn State. But the fourth quarter, after he made interceptions in all of those games, late in those games, after that, when the game was on the line and all the pressure was there, he was perfect. He was awesome. Couldn't stay healthy as 1 year as a starter. 15 starts, it means you are the outlier of outliers.
Excuse me, Ty Simpson tried his best.
Yeah, listen, struggle. Anyone with fewer than
this is not a Ty Simpson hate channel, but I think the excuses are getting a little too large.
Juggling of like, my eyes tell me Ty Simpson's every bit as good, in some ways better and more NFL ready than Mendoza. But history and general managers who have to assess risk are saying Mendoza's the safer pick. He's in that range of starts.
Aller clearly
didn't. Range of size.
We all know Drew Aller didn't.
Straight line. He won the big games. That's the debate.
Yeah, that is the debate. I'm wondering. Let's look this up. No, okay, wait. But who's this? But who? What agency does he work for? What agency? Imagine booking Todd McShay for your birthday party. Like, yeah, I'll pay 20 grand to talk the draft. But no, why that's because specific agency. All right, I guess we'll have to take this one on the chin and assume he's not working with CAA. That's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Jeremiah Love said something.
I'm not doing too much of nothing other than football. Like outside of football,
starts matter for me at quarterback so much, man. What quarterback with limited starts has really panned out in the last 26 years? Well, there was Trey Lance.
After a game, going home, play video games.
How many did Josh start? I need around 30 games of tape, man. I don't disagree. How many did Josh start at Wyoming?
Strictly a football player with me, which is what you want.
Scat's my hero.
My job, so.
Yeah, I talked about this. Yeah, but asthma's not real, guys. I don't know if you heard or not. Asthma and CTE aren't real.
And I'm not gonna cause you no type of trouble. I'm a pretty.
Was that a shot? I'm not gonna cause you any trouble. Was that a shot to Cam?
Football, like outside of football, like.
Williams is too busy playing in the snow. No run game. O-line was falling off the cliff since week 1. D-line had no pass rush. Linebacker. Could cover but never defend the run in Alabama. In reality, Alabama went 3-9.
So I'm a simple guy. You're gonna get strictly a football player with me, which is what you want.
Yes. Alabama had a bad team. There you go. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. What the hell? I'm not gonna sit here and. What was I going to say? I'm not going to sit here and say that Indiana had an awful squad, but I hate the argument. It's like, oh, Alabama wasn't even that great this year. It's like, well, they're Alabama. Josh started 2 years. All right, fair enough. I mean, is anyone surprised that Fernando Mendoza was a nerd in school? Is anyone surprised? In what way was Fernando Mendoza bad against Oregon? 5 touchdowns to 3 incompletions. Well, he didn't. Well, he can't win the big one. Josh started 2 years, about 25 starts. Okay, so that's fair. That's enough then. Funny Vikings fans are making up imaginary beef between Nine and Kyler. It truly is the offseason. It truly is the offseason. That's a great point. In fact, let me pull up a tweet really quick. And I want to get your guys' take on Mendoza running around the gym like a damn crazy person. But I want to see if I can find... Here it is. Wow, it didn't take long. There you go. We've seen this once before. We won't let it happen again. Lawyer up at Vikings. Lawyer up. This shouldn't be funny. I know it's an AI picture. This shouldn't be funny. And yet, what time before Wednesday usually start? And how many position groups do we have left? You know, normally it starts at 8:30 Eastern. Today it started at 9. But I just because I'm sick, feeling better talking through this though. But yeah, it started at 9 today. We'll be back tonight at 5 Eastern to watch Giants Yankees, and also put a shotgun in my mouth and play Red Dead 2. Mendoza literally won the big game. I don't think that's him for real. 8 Eastern. Yeah, we'll be here tonight. Like how much people shit on just for being cringe in high schools if we all have cringe moments as teenagers. This is were recorded. No, completely fair. That's completely fair. Like Mendoza's draft stock isn't actually gonna fall because he ran around the gym like Naruto. It's funny because it's only gonna happen more, right? Because we're entering this like new generation where like my generation and like, you know, probably a lot of your guys' generation where it's like a lot of what we did in high school was recorded. Like there are videos online of me when I'm like 7, 8 years old. There are videos online of me when I'm like in 7th, 8th grade, all on YouTube, by the way. Good luck finding them. They're buried, man. One of my buddies found it. I like couldn't believe it, but they're buried, man. And what else is there? I've made like 18 YouTube channels, so it's funny, and like Snapchats and like leaked videos and all this stuff. That's why I was very concerned about what I knew this would happen when I was younger. I was like, I knew this digital footprint was going to follow me. And that's why I never sent anything that I wasn't willing to like defend. That's why I never, you know, took some explicit pictures, so to speak, because I knew one day it would come back. So my buddy who got busted for, you know, tugging one out sucks. Gotta think big. Sure, watching baseball. Let's go. We will have baseball going on in the background. For, you know, we will have baseball going on in the background. If something big happens, we will be covering it. I hate that being cringe is the worst thing in society when there's little child molesters that people worship. I hate it. I completely agree. I think being cringe is like a very macro social concept that we like, you know, it's like a loaded thing. Because you're supposed to be cringe when you're young. That's the whole point of being young, dude. I look back and I think of all the dumb, stupid shit I've done. I'm not like mad at myself over it. And I think all these people that are like trying to aura farm and look cool on social media and be an influencer before you turn 15. Like, could you imagine being like 11 or 12 years old right now and seeing all these people like putting on online and just being like, wow, my life sucks. I'm already behind. I'm not even in high school yet. And I'm already behind. That's the system right now. Everyone's putting on. Social media is not a reality. I hope it dies in the near future. Sure about the cornhole player with no arms, no legs got charged with murder? I did hear about that. I did hear about that. I saw the headline. If you show any emotion, it's cringe because people know if they were caught showing any emotion on camera, it'd just be seen as cringe. No, yeah, it sucks. It sucks, man. Bring back emotion. Bring back trying things in earnest. The funny thing is, though, to be a little more like, I don't know, real about it. The people that are afraid to be cringe, respectfully, won't do anything too crazy in this life. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you want to be cringe, just be cringe. That's probably going to get you ahead. It's probably going to get you further. That's what I've learned, at least. Being weird is such an advantage. It's like Mitch in Modern Family, he said it. He was like, because, you know, the gay redhead from Modern Family, right? He's it's a fictional show with fictional characters, although he is gay in real life. And he talks, I think it was like to Alex or something. If you haven't seen the show, like, sorry. But he talks to like Alex or something. He's like, you know, when I was younger, being weird is like the worst thing ever. And then one day it just flipped the switch. Being weird became the cool thing. And that's what I've learned through my early 20s. Like, being weird became the cool thing. And all the squares I know that are working normal ass jobs, yeah, they might make more money than I do. They definitely do. But I think, you know, long term, I think being weird's a better investment, frankly. How you murder someone with no limbs? That's what everyone's wondering. That's what everyone's wondering. Play the RDR2 on every baseball prime time, so Friday and Sunday nights. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Of course, then I'll have to tell my dates that Friday's off the table. Probably be Sunday nights then. We'll do tonight and then we'll do Sunday. The only bad type of cringe, in my opinion, is when you're not self-aware how lame you are, but you're acting cool. Exactly. And that's not cringe. That's trying to that's trying to not be cringe. You know what I mean? That's like, I think actively trying to be cool. That's the cringiest thing. That's what I would say. Like when Hillary was like, oh, just chilling in the Cedar Rapids. It's like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Like, I lean that side politically, but shut up, Hillary. Or like when Tim Waltz, do I have a controller here? I don't have a controller here. Tim Waltz is like playing Xbox on stream. He's like, oh, I'm a gamer. I love video games. I'm relatable. I'm Tim Waltz. And he's got the controller like backwards. It's like, what, Tim Waltz plays Claw? He's like, no, he just has no fucking idea what he's doing. Or Ellen. Ellen DeGeneres. But yeah, you want to talk about not cringe? Right there. We've seen it once before. We won't let it happen again. Lawyer up, NFL. We can commentate the baseball games for you, Hunter. Don't worry. But yeah, no, I'm sweating it. I'm worried. Oh God, what if I miss a strikeout? Oh no, I'm gonna miss the 30 at bats that don't go anywhere. The 12 ground outs. I hate baseball. I really do. But it's a sports channel, so I need some sort of sports connection in order to stream Red Dead Redemption. So I guess that's what we'll do. We'll play baseball. When Hillary said she had hot sauce in her bag. Yeah, like, what? Never liked Ellen. You know what these people are like? And correct me if I'm wrong here. You guys, some of you will probably disagree. These people, these out-of-touch celebrity types that are trying to fit in with the younger crowd and be cool, I admire the attempt of trying to connect to other generations. At the end of the day, it's better to try and connect instead of, hate the younger generation, which many do. It's cringy as hell. And I think the best way to distill it would be the sriracha movement. That felt so... You guys tell me if I'm wrong here. The sriracha thing, like, oh, sriracha is bae. Sriracha flavored chips. Sriracha flavored lipstick. Like, what the hell? I'm not a spice guy, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying sriracha's bad. Felt a little forced, though, as a society. I remember that. It was like sriracha, the floss dance, and the sepia Instagram filter. Just 2013. Never landed with me. Some batter always read the wrong way. Well, yeah, Ellen. Yeah, Dakota Johnson exposed her. Anyone asked if Tim Waltz plays Claw should be the World War III first. Well, look, I don't think anyone actually asked that, but I was like, well, maybe. I just thought it was. I think I just like that thought crossed my mind. I was like, no, he just has no idea what he's fucking doing. Oh man. Just wait for Angels Braves World Series Cinema. You'll be a baseball channel. Yeah, all right. Yeah. That game would have to be 30-29 for me to get into baseball. The WBC had a bunch of MLB players who were ready to go home. They lost to the country that captured their president. I feel like that's what you meant by you would have loved at WBC. I was like, is that like a wrestling thing? I forgot. I literally forgot what WBC was, and it happened last week. I heard it was fun. I heard a lot. Colin Coward said it was a lot of fun. Good for the baseball community. God knows they needed a win. All right? Good for them. I'm not going to hate on it. It's just not my thing. Sriracha flavor changed for the worse after 2020. They changed their chilies. Now it's more vinegary than it used to be. They ruined it. They gentrified sriracha. Or is it sriracha? Either way, they gentrified it. CM Punk is trending. What? What? Well, this is something. I like it more vinegar. All right, Otis. Shit. You didn't even watch the Dodgers Blues game. You just looked at the ESPN feed. I know I didn't. And I honestly, had I known it would have gone like 30 innings, I would have turned the game on, frankly. But I thought it would be like a one inning thing. Last WBC was awesome, though. This year's WBC. I see. Okay. Well, maybe I'll check it out. I might check it out next year. We'll see. If there's no draft or free agency to talk about, if a Max Crosby trade doesn't get rescinded, maybe we'll stream it next year. But you know, dodge that bullet this time around at least. The R team was crazy stacked. See. Anyways, it's every 3 years. Okay, well, I guess I'll see you guys at 2030. But yeah, so we got relaxing Pokemon music going on. I don't think there's anything else to talk about in the sports world. I mean, Odell Beckham should be a Giant. We'll be back tonight for Baseball Wednesday, I guess. Giants on top. And Fernando Mendoza apparently was a nerd in high school. There you go. The funny thing is, I'm sure the person recording this video ended up like nowhere. Like, I'm sure the person recording this video is like, hates their life right now. Meanwhile, Fernando Mendoza is going to be the #1 pick in the draft. Hornets might make the ECF. Imagine. The Hornets to the finals, man. Let's do it. Best way to get interested in baseball is start one step at a time. For example, don't be an Angels fan. No, that's what I figured. Yeah. Worst way to get into baseball, be an Angels fan. Yeah. Last World Series was the best in years. That doesn't make you a fan of baseball. Nothing will. Well, guilty as charged. What can I say? I did watch Game 7. I'll play the Global. Good idea. I did watch Game 7. I watched it in its entirety, off stream, no strings attached, no kind of gain. And I wish I watched it on stream, but whatever. And it was a good time. It was a good time. Game 7 of the most discussed World Series in a decade was a good time. I'll give you that. You believe that's Mendoza? Yeah, that's Mendoza. That looks like oh shit, it might not be. It looked like him. It looks like, oh my god, it actually isn't. Oh my god, it's not. That's not even Mendoza. That's literally not Mendoza. Looks a lot like him. That's so funny. I couldn't tell. The window was small. That's funny. Anyway, Global. Let's do... Why not? Let's go Ukraine. Screw Russia. We're giving to the Ukraine. Okay, not close at all. Maybe Japan. Let's just narrow down the Atlantic. All right, Japan's closer. Could be Australia. Let's see it. It's warmer. Is it Antarctica? It's not Antarctica, is it? That would be so stupid. It's not south. It's not the South Pole, is it? That would be so stupid. It feels like it is, though. What is this country? Is this? Can't believe everything you saw on Twitter. Well, that's my problem, actually. What country is this? Might actually be here. Rams almost sold to the Panthers. That's true. That's true. That was a wild game. Don't know where that came from, but true. I had to pick what fan to be in the MLB. Usually fans just harass their owner to sell the team. Be a Oakland Athletics fan. They're fun. Antarctica's in a country dummy. Well, then what the hell is this? What is this? You know what, Otis? Nope. Didn't mean Vatican City. Okay. Australia is closer. Is it? World Series entire AFC playoff. Hold on. Bills Jags was fun. Bills Jags was fun. Bills Broncos was fun. Indonesia, sure. I don't know why Jarvis was like hell bent on this season was not good. Holy shit, Indonesia's really close. Oh great, dude. I'm completely out when it comes to these countries. Shit. World Series better than Bills Jags and Bills Broncos. Maybe, but again, I'm not a baseball guy. You guys aren't gonna convince me here. Madagascar, sure, why not? I don't think it's Madagascar, but we'll try it. Show me Madagascar. No. It's like right here. It's like whatever these this stretch of countries is. But I have no clue. None better than any of the World Series games. Again, this is coming from a Dodgers fan. Nepal, I don't think it's Nepal. I'll play it, but I don't think it's Nepal. Nah. I'm actually starting to learn the maps a little bit. God damn it, I just don't know what country this is. Or what country this is. It's not the Maldives. Indonesia was such a good guess. Damn it. I don't even know what to guess here. I would love a hint. Oh shit, you can do miles? Alright. Yeah, it's gotta be this country. Oh, Philippians. I know what you mean, Philippines. It's not a bad guess. I did. Oh, damn it. We're right there. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on here. Malaysia, Papua New Guinea. Malaysia, not a bad guess. You guys ever been to Malaysia? Oh my god, dude. It's adjacent to the answer. Give me a break. Give me a damn break. Wow. We really cleared the board here. We really cleared the board here. So the answer it should be Malaysia, but it's not. It's whatever it's whatever country is like right here. Singapore? Is that where Singapore is? What? Are you serious? That's how big Singapore is? Are you kidding me? Hot take, the sports World Series is the best event in all sports. I always feel like it means more. 162 games plus for each team. There's so much more on the line. Just feels like a normal Super Bowl just feels like a normal NFL game. I'm not even gonna engage in that argument. I'm not even gonna engage. I'm not even gonna engage, Otis. Shit, man. All right, well, just to get it off the board. Not bad. Not a bad guess. Singapore is a city-state. No shit. I didn't know that. Hey. Super Bowl doesn't feel special anymore. Guys, the ads might suck. The Super Bowl is still a big deal. Ow! The Super Bowl is still a big deal. I know this match, the last year's matchup wasn't amazing. So it's easy to feel like that. Thailand. Didn't we guess Thailand? Oh, shit. No, we didn't. All right. Not quite. Not quite. Halftimes are more entertaining than the games most of the time. That's because the halftime shows are great. There's no such thing as a World Series halftime show. Because no one cares, man. The Kingdom of Siam. I thought you said Kingdom of Slam. I was like, that's a great name. Nope. Cambodia. I mean, maybe. I don't think so, but we'll see. I think Cambodia is more west. Yeah. Never mind. God damn it. I'd take the 2026 World Series over the Pats Falcons Super Bowl. Well, you're allowed to have that opinion, Otis. I'm not going to tell you what to like and what not to like. But I would take a one-game, like, winner takes all in a better sport over a 7-game where one team clearly had the financial advantage. Like, the 2026 World Series was a great story. But, I mean, at the end of the day, baseball's baseball. It's one of the Pacific Islands. It's got to be. There's no halftime in baseball. That's right. No, I get it's 7 games. It's there's no halftime in baseball. In a better sport. Yeah. That's all. That's my whole argument. Like, football is a better, more entertaining sport than baseball. It's just it's not an objective fact. But damn, guys, like I think I don't feel like I'm in the minority here. Laos. I think we played Laos, but I'll do it again. Yeah, no. God damn, dude. It's adjacent to Malaysia, so it's something here, man. It's something in here. God, dude, this is tough, man. I did not think arguing whether or not baseball or football is better would be a today thing. Great. Market's not doing super well. It's Brunei. All right, let's play it. Let's play Brunei. Baseball's better than football. You know what? Brunei! There it is, John. Would have never guessed. Would have never guessed. John clearly looked it up. Took 15 guesses, but we got the job done. Look, if Otis likes baseball more, that's fair. But I just will never agree. I'll never agree. You'll never get me. What a troll, dude. What a troll to put it over here, by the way. What a troll. Oh my god. Like, come on, dude. What the hell? Anyways, someone get this guy a map. All right. Anyways. Victoria 3 knowledge came into play. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, then. Lesson learned. Anyways, baseball is not better than football, but we'll be answering that question tonight when we watch Pain in the Ass to Colonize. I don't doubt it. Got to go through all of Malaysia. We'll be back tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern, to play Red Dead 2 and watch the greatest sport in world history, baseball. Oh my god, a home run. Well, this game is awesome. Anyways, thank you for tuning into War Room Wednesday. We'll be back next week for interior defensive linemen. Might throw linebackers in as well, because I'm not going to have a ton to say about interior defensive linemen. Yeah, probably do linebackers as well, since we kind of did linebackers, edge rushers today, and Arvo Reese and David Bailey. So yeah, let's take up part of this stream. You caught part of the good part, Dallas Crips tie, that's for sure. Gotta say this, man. For all the shit people say baseball versus football, the notion that baseball is just a game of financials like that, when at the most parity in all sports, is asinine and simplifying the complexity of it. Well, the wealth discrepancy in baseball is hundreds of millions of dollars. So while I recognize there's parity in the game, the wealth discrepancy is there, and it does matter, and it does make it tougher for me to get into the sport. Why are we still talking about baseball, guys? I'm so uncomfortable. I'd rather talk about, like, political issues. Anyways, hope you guys have a good rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back tonight, 5 p.m. to watch Giants. Who are the Giants playing? Dodgers? Yankees, Giants. Baseball does not have more parity than hockey, by the way. Exactly, hockey, that's a sport I can get behind. I'll see you guys tonight. Hannah, please bring Odell Beckham Jr. home. Ball.